Hello students, welcome back to E-classes of P.N.AMERSEY High School, Standard 11 Science, subject Physics. Today we are going to study how different distances can be measured and what are the different tools or the methods of measuring it. You are familiar with a meter scale, and you know that meter scale is used to measure the length of an object, and the size of the object which we measure can be in centimeter or meter. If you have a small object, then the length of that small object can be used by an instrument called vernier calipers. Now, vernier calipers can measure the distance up to 2 places of decimals. That means it measures the length up to an accuracy of 10 raised to minus 4 meters. If you have a very small object like a wire, the diameter of the wire can be measured with the help of an instrument called micrometer screw gauge. Now this micrometer screw gauge measures the diameter of a thin wire or the width of a sheet of a metal accurately, and it measures up to 3 places of decimals. So this micrometer screw gauge can measure the distances which are very small. Now, if the distance between two objects is very large, or you can say large distances, such as the distance of a planet or a star from the earth, cannot be measured with the help of a scale, so the method which is used for measuring that distance is known as parallax method. Now, what is parallax? Parallax is a displacement or difference in the apparent position of an object viewed along two different lines of sight and is measured by the angle or semi-angle of inclination between the two lines. That means, let us take an example that if you observe a pen or a pencil by keeping your one eye closed, its position seems to be slightly shifted. This is known as parallax method, and that parallax method we use for measuring large distances. Astronomers used this technique of triangulation for measuring the distances between two stars. They measured the angle which is made by the two positions of the earth and the planet, and then they measure the distance between the two planets or the planet and the earth. So let us study this parallax method of measuring distance between a planet or the earth, or you can say between a star and the earth. Let us study that in detail.
The parallax method of measurement lets us measure large distances, like say the distance of stars and planets from Earth. Let me show you how. From 2 points on Earth, A and B, two astronomers observe simultaneously the position of a planet P on the background of distant objects. Let the planet be at a distance d away from the Earth. Knowing the positions of A and B, we have, as you can see, the value of the base of this triangle, B. From A and B, the parallaxes θ1 and θ2 of the planet with respect to some distant star are also measured. Using the values of θ1 and θ2, we have the total parallax subtended by the planet P on Earth as theta. Now, theta is equal to B by AP. But you see that AP is nearly equal to D. Thus, we have theta is equal to B by D, or we have D is equal to B by theta. Thus, using parallax, we have measured just how far away planet P is from Earth.
So you have seen how parallax method is used to measure large distances like the distance between star and the Earth. Now, if you have to measure a very small distance like the molecular size, that is the size of any molecule, how we should do it? Let us study that in detail. Here we are going to study how the size of molecule of oleic acid is determined. You know that screw gauge is used to determine the diameter of a wire. Wire is of very small thickness, but the size of molecule cannot be determined with the help of screw gauge. For example, if we take oleic acid, which is C17H33COOH, that size of molecule cannot be determined by the screw gauge. So for that we perform an experiment to measure its size. Its diameter is very small. So what we do, for this 1 centimeter cube of oleic acid is taken and it is dissolved in alcohol to make a solution of 20 centimeter cube. Then 1 centimeter cube of this solution is taken and diluted to 20 centimeter cube using alcohol. So the concentration of the solution becomes 1 upon 400 centimeter cube. After that, some lycopodium powder is slightly sprinkled on the surface of water in a large trough, and 1 drop of this solution is put in water. The oleic acid drop spreads into a thin, large and roughly circular film of molecular thickness on water surface. Then the diameter of thin film is quickly measured to get its area A. So, the solution of oleic acid spreads very fast on the surface of water and forms a very thin layer of thickness T. It spreads to form a film of area A centimeters square. Volume is V. So, the thickness of the film can be found by the formula T is equal to volume of the film upon area of the film, where area is denoted by A, volume is denoted by V. So T becomes volume upon area of the film. In this way, we get the size or diameter of a molecule of oleic acid. So today we have completed how the different distances can be measured. In the next session, we are going to study dimensions and how to derive dimensional formula and what are its application. Thank you.